Today, we're going to be looking at credit card finance charges. So, if you do not pay your credit card balance in full by the due date, you will be assessed a finance charge. You will also lose the grace period for new purchases. Finance charges will be charged on new purchases from the day that they are made. The finance charge rates on credit cards are advertised by annual percentage rate, but finance charges are calculated using a monthly or daily periodic rate. So, to find your periodic rate, you're going to take the APR and divide it. You're going to divide it by 12 for monthly or 365 for daily. Then to find the actual periodic finance charge, the fee you're going to owe, you can take the balance and multiply it by your periodic rate that you just found, multiplied by the number of periods that are calculated. So we are going to use these formulas for the examples below. So the first problem is Jackie is charged a finance charge on a credit card balance of $500. Her card has an APR of 15%. We need to find her finance charge using a monthly periodic rate and then using a daily periodic rate for a 31 billing cycle. So first, let's just start off with the monthly. So first thing we're going to do is find the periodic rate. So you're going to take the APR. Our APR is 15%. And we are going to divide it by monthly is 12. So we're going to take 15 and divide it by 12, and we get 1.25%. So the next step we have to do is rewrite our percent as a decimal. So 1.25% as a decimal, we move the decimal places 2 points to the left, and we get 0.0125. And then now we're going to use our formula, the formula above. So we take the balance. Our balance is $500. I'm going to multiply it by our decimal here for our periodic rate. So 0.0125 multiplied by number of periods. Here, there's only one period unless they state otherwise. So we're going to do 500 times 0.0125, and we get 6.25, so $6.25. Now let's do the same problem, but dealing with a daily periodic rate. So daily is 365. So we're going to take the percent, 15%, and divide it by 365 to find the new rate. And when we do that, we get 0.0411%. Now we need to change that to a decimal, the percent to a decimal. So move the decimal places 2 places to the left. So our percent changes to a 0.000411. Now we need to use a formula. So take your balance, $500, multiply it by your periodic rate, 0.000411, times the number of periods. Here it tells you for a 31 billing day cycle. So we're multiplied by 31. And when we multiply this out, we get $6.37. So if you're comparing the two companies, one that uses a monthly rate, one that uses daily rate, you want the rate that has the less fee. So here, doing a monthly rate is better off because you're going to pay less money. Let's look at the next example. The balance of Sue's credit card that is subject to a finance charge is $221.68. Her card has an APR of 18% and uses a monthly periodic rate. What's her current monthly finance charges? So take your percentage, 18%. And we're using monthly, so we're going to divide it by 12. 18 divided by 12 is 1.5, but it's a percent. And don't forget, we have to change the percent to a decimal. So I'll move it 2 places to the left. So our periodic rate is 0.015. Now use a formula. $221.68, the balance, times your rate, 0.015, times the number of periods monthly. It's just calculated once here. And when you multiply this through, you get $3.33 for your periodic financial charge. Okay, let's look at the previous method balance, or balance method. The amount of the finance charge depends on your periodic rate and how the card company figures the balance subject to the finance charges. The balance can be found several different methods. The previous balance method charges interest on the balance in the account on the last billing day of the previous month. So any payments, credits, or new purchases in the current month are not included in the previous balance. So your new balance is equal to your previous balance plus finance charges plus new purchases plus new fees, subtracting out any payments and subtracting out credits. So let's look at a couple examples. Laura's car company uses a previous balance method and a monthly periodic rate to figure the finance charge. Find the finance charge of the month for the month and the new balance. So here's her statement. So first thing we need to do is find the monthly periodic rate. And the monthly periodic rate is we take our APR. 18%. Divide it monthly, so divide it by 12. And we get 1.5%. Change it to a decimal, we get 0.015. Now we need to find the finance charge. So using the formula from before, we take the previous balance, $225.68, times the periodic rate, 0.015, times the number of periods, which is 1. When you multiply this through, you get $3.38. So we need to think of this as a fee. So it's going to be added in. So when we do our new balance, we're going to take our previous balance. We're going to add in our finance charge. We're going to add in our purchases and fees. And then we're going to subtract out any payments and then any credits, which we don't have any. Oh, our payments and credits are bumped in together. So we're going to subtract that out. So when we add these values together and subtract out our payments and credits, we have a new balance of $331.66. Let's look at the last example. John's credit card statement for April shows a previous balance of $309.20, new purchases and fees of $128.45, and payment and credits of $75. The card's annual percentage rate is 24%. What is his finance charge for April and new balance using the previous method and monthly periodic rate? So we are going to start off with finding the periodic rate. So we're going to take the APR, which is 24%, and divide it by, if we're using monthly periodic rate, so divide by 12. When we divide that, we get a 2%. Change it to a decimal. So move it 2 places to the left, we get 0.02. So now we need to find our finance charge. So we're going to take the previous balance, $309.20, multiply it by our periodic finance charge, multiply it by number of periods, which is 1. When we multiply that out, we get $6.18. So that's part of our question that we're supposed to answer. What was the finance charge for April? $6.18. Now we need to find the new balance. So we're going to take the previous balance, $309.20. We're going to add in the finance charge, $6.18, what we just found. And then we have new purchases. We're going to add in new purchases. And then payments and credits, we subtract out. So when we add in our finance charge and new purchases and subtract out our credits from our previous balance, we're going to get a new balance of $368.83. So that is your lesson today on credit card finance charges. Please reach out if you have any questions.